going to talk a little bit more. And we're inspired by the gift, mentoring, but this is My Journey is Different, where we go into the lives and get the stories of people and let them tell you what they went through and how it may be beneficial for you. Back here with EJ Wash again, my firstborn, Mr. Sentimental,
What, man?
Mr. Humble. Go into this Bishop Sycamore thing a little bit deeper. I mean, everybody knows a national thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know that it was all on TV. You know, there was con to get on there, whatever con. People call it a con or whatever, yeah, or whatever it may be. It's not in my. I didn't do it, so I don't know. Your experience there and all the stuff you saw. Please break it down to us.
All right, I'll start from.
And at the end of the day, this ain't no contract.
Yeah.
This is family. So at the end of the day, this ain't got no Netflix or nothing on it.
Yeah.
So they have to call me if they want to get in touch with you on the real.
For real.
You know, because I mean, you ain't nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do nothing wrong.
Nah.
And you're not like diming nobody out, but at the end of the day, everybody does some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so contact me if you want to deal with him.
But for real, I'll start from the first day. So first day out there, it was different. How it's more like a country city-like kind of town. First day we had practice, we had film room, and then we had field work out in the field. It was different for sure.
What did they say about you when you first went out there?
When I first went out there, I was going out there as a receiver. That's when they see my film as, and they liked me at receiver. They liked how I moved. They liked how I could get off the line quick and catch the ball very well. They want to see me more at receiver, but I felt like it was too many receivers that we had already there, that was already there before. So I just talked to the DB coach, and he put me out there on DB. I told him I could play DB, see my film, so I can go. So I went and did that.
You took a starting position.
Yeah, I took a spot out there.
Took a spot real quick.
Like
the first 2 days, for a day or two, right?
Yeah, first 2 days.
That corner.
First 2 days on defense, yeah.
Let me put this chair back. Go ahead.
I would say the living situation. Okay, so when we got done with practice, the first day we went to apartments. So they was in apartments like not too close from the field, and it was like 4 of us to an apartment. It was 2 rooms. They was feeding us, and they was picking us up. We had to get picked up by Ubers just to get to practice.
But you had the van for a minute, didn't you?
Nah, it was Ubers.
Okay.
So they would put us a time limit, an hour before practice, to get Uber set up and everything for us to go to practice, because we didn't have no van, we had no team, anything. So we had to get up early. We had a real schedule. We had like 5 a.m. runs.
Yeah.
We had 5 a.m. this, we had 5 a.m. that, and then after 5 a.m. we go home, we'll eat, come back around like 12 or 1, get on the field, do position work, and then later that day, like 5, 6, we'll have like team and Indy and just do 7-on-7 and do more one-on-ones. So it wasn't like we was going out there for nothing. It was like a real schedule, so to speak. But later, as I get into the story some more, it's gonna break down. I would say the living situation was 4 to a room. It was like 4 to an apartment, 2 to a room, 2 to another room, and we would just like get to know each other as like teammates, as people, and we was all in this one big apartment, and everybody was sectioned off into different apartments. And then for the eating. Like they'll feed us at night, they'll feed us in the morning, sometimes in the morning.
So it wasn't like what everybody was saying before. It might have been, but you didn't experience that.
Nah, we didn't experience that.
You didn't experience
like the 3 meals, like the prep meals,
Yeah.
the weight room. We didn't experience that. We had to grind off of push-ups, sit-ups. We had to find a way to get into a gym. Like there was a gym in by the office, leasing office. I just went in there, got some work in by myself. Sometimes with my teammates, just to get some.
So really,
I
mean, the coaches try to basically help.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just didn't really have the backing.
Yeah.
Or being smart about it in a lot of areas. That's what I really get from it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and dog grown men and dog people out. That's not my thing, because we all have made mistakes. Give me one person that hasn't made a mistake or that hasn't made a bad business deal or transactions.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you want to get to that nitty gritty, we can go to that nitty gritty. You catch the first stone. Let's see how many stones you got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, the living situation, we slept on the floor a couple times, like on the carpet. It was nothing new. Like I've been doing that since I was little, so it's not like I did it. It's nothing new to me. So getting up off the floor and going to play football, it was just like the love for the game at that point. Like
You guys was wanting to play.
Yeah, we was going to play. Like we didn't care the living situation. Like we was going to go and play ball. But that's like. They wanted to get all the mattresses and beds in there, but we had to go buy our own stuff at the store. We had to buy blow mattresses. We had to buy forks. We had to buy like all just living stuff like for the house. We was all stacked up on peanut butter jelly sandwiches for like 3 weeks, straight eating those. Sometimes they'll feed us at night.
Straight survival mode.
Yeah.
So these guys, so they were.
We had to use the oven. We had no microwave. Some people did, some people didn't.
So they lied to you guys in a lot of areas, but it's like they lied. Do you think so?
Yeah, it wasn't set out to what they said it was going to be.
But they were trying to make it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dog them or nothing, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, carnal-wise, they lied in a lot of areas. They try to help you, you know, but so what? Go from there.
Yeah, like it was just like an everyday thing. Like we had meetings up to like a whole month of that before the season actually started. Our first game came, and we get on the bus. And we get off the bus and people don't have their gear. I'm talking about like linemen, like we don't have no shoulder pads, people missing helmets. Like I guess the coach put in a thing for
a request,
a shipment for pads and everything, like I think a month before the season even started, but it never got to us. So we had to share helmets, we had to share jerseys. The first game came, and we were running out on the field when everybody else was ready. And then I was like, dang, what is this? We ain't got nobody in the stands. And then like I was like, all right, I'm just here to play football, forget it. So we get out there, and it's like a little delay. It's like probably like 3 minutes. Everybody's still rushing on the field, and we just trying to make it work. So we get on the field, we playing. You know, that game, I had a pick, I had a tackle for loss for like 7 yards, and I had I had like 3 tackles. But I balled out, and some of my teammates balled out too. But game 1 out the way, we get back to the place. You know, they started getting us, they started feeding us some food like Chipotle, just meal prep kind of bowls, and game 1. All right, that's game 1 out the way. Game 2, the Friday game. I mean, for Cali guys, it wasn't none like different. Like we played 3-4 games, like in a week, with the winter circle thing. So it was nothing for us, but for them, other people on our team, like it was new. We going back to back the game. So playing on a Friday, that was more like of a game for people who didn't really get in.
Okay.
And so
They call it the back-to-back or whatever it was, or something like that.
Back-to-back game. So that was more like a game for people who didn't get in. So I didn't really play that much. I had a tackle though that game, but yeah, after that, we got back on the bus and we went to that game we went to Pennsylvania, and the weather out there, it was
bad.
It was bad. It was humid, hot. It was bad. But
this is hilarious, dude.
It's the fact that we lost that game too. We should never lost that game, but everything happens. And then we played Sunday. That Saturday night, we all in our books trying to get ready, trying to get our mind right.
You're in the playbook. You guys are
yep, everything.
Looking at everything, and
then our coaches, they put out like 70 new plays. They only ran like 4 of them.
That's the way it goes.
And then, so we in the hotels and we just like, dang, like this is crazy. Like we about to be on national TV, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
We about to be getting looks. Every college gonna be looking at us.
That's what y'all thinking.
Yeah, that's what
y'all
we thinking
like that, because that's what's being
like
told.
We the main event on Sunday on ESPN. Like, oh yeah, we on. Like we finna dog them. Like we finna ball. We go out there and it's not what everybody seemed it was supposed to be.
There wasn't rosters. Like,
it wasn't rosters.
Numbers.
It was just our names on the rosters. Like, and I wish it was like more organized. The fact that everybody knew who everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because like at the end of the day, it's still not your fault.
Yeah.
You know, you guys went out there for a reason, to get more exposure. COVID messed you guys' season up to where some of you guys didn't even play. Some of you guys only had 3 games. Some of you guys only have 4 games.
Yeah, some of us didn't even play.
Didn't even play. So you guys, I get what you guys are trying to do, and it made sense because you had 17 catches in 3 games as a senior, and that's all you had.
Yeah.
And some scrimmages and a scrimmage. So you got gypped. I get the whole. You guys really got gypped out of a whole 10-game season, as the kids right now are playing.
Yeah.
You know, you had 17 catches, I guess 400 some yards or something, and like 3 tubs, a pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6 and like 2 touchdowns.
And 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's in 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine what your stats would have been.
The whole season.
Yeah. So you got gypped, and I don't fault you for what you did. I would never fault you because it's a spiritual growth that you went through. Give me more of a little bit of how you went through it. How did you went through after the IMG game? Why is everybody calling me?
After the IMG game,
y'all played IMG the 3rd game, right?
Yeah, that was our 3rd game.
Yeah, at Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah, so after the game, we went back to the hotel. Oh no, we went back home, and we got something on the way back home. We was talking about the game and everything. And then all the media started happening. Just like a quick little media search started popping off about the school and how we played. So we was like, whatever, forget it. We were on social media. Like, we're not worried about the people, what they saying. Like, we're not worried about them. So we just laughing at it too. Like, it's just funny because like we just playing. Like, we don't see nothing wrong with it. So we get home, we take a shower, we go to we talk about the game, and we go to sleep. Man, we wake up, the world is on our neck. We like, what? All we did was play football. Like, how we?
All we did was play football.
Like, how we did? We got bashed. Like, we were #1 trending on Twitter.
Yeah, you called me and told me. You was like, Dad, we trending on Twitter. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I woke up and was like, they busting our room. Like, bro, you see us on Twitter? We was like, yeah, bro. We everywhere. Everybody doing YouTube stuff and everything, but.
That's just the way the world is.
And they don't know, like, they gonna go off the people what they tell them. Like, they don't know, like, behind the scenes, like, everything that's being
No one knows behind the scenes of anything.
Yeah.
Unless you have to go through it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take your own opinion and go crazy about it and, oh, this is what I think should have happened. But you wasn't even there. Mm-hmm. That's why I be laughing at people. Like, you wasn't even there.
Yeah. Like, it just made me laugh, like, at just the ignorance of people.
Say it again.
It just made me laugh about the ignorance of people.
I mean, we all been there, you know, but when you learn, it's like,
Yeah, it's
Is
like,
that-
what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all don't know nothing. Like,
But that's their job, is to
Yeah.
make money off of
just being negative. Like, what?
make money off of negative stuff. I gotta eat.
Yeah.
I gotta supply my family. You know, but so when you guys started figuring that out, what happened?
We was shocked. Like, all the coaches called us to a meeting, and we just talked about the game, and just like everything just went bizarre. And we was like, dang, like this is crazy. Like this is real life. Like it's so surreal. Like, but like for me, I was calm about it. I didn't really see much
Yeah,
more
you
about
really
it.
did. Yeah.
I wasn't like going crazy. I just, I mean, I played good. I think I did decent. I could have
you
had a
did.
pick, but you know, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But I think I did decent.
You did good against IMG too.
Yeah.
You gave up one catch for like what, 4 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even your fault because you put the wrong coverage.
Yeah.
But you know,
and the whole thing about it is like, I play against IMG. Like, there's no one else I can possibly play that's like
better than
up
that.
there.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm on top of the world, so to speak.
Some people on Facebook, our groups, our coaching groups and stuff, they said, well, DBs they had more film than anybody. In the IMG game, DBs have a great, good film to put on their stuff. And I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. Well. And the dude told you, how'd you read my route? What was the wide receiver?
I think it was like 3rd and 10 or 4th. It was 4th down. We sent the blitz from our safety, and I knew it was a streak.
Was you playing to the boundary? You was playing to the boundary, right?
I was 1-on-1. Yeah, I think I was
to the boundary.
To the boundary.
On left hash.
On the left hash.
Yeah.
Nah, it was like.
It was a middle field.
Yeah, it was middle field, but he was to the boundary. And he was, I knew it was a streak, so I just slow backpedaled it, and I just closed the gap on him. He's like, you knew my route, huh? I was like, yeah. I watched film, Like, I'm gonna know.
We're a little different up
here. I'm gonna know what's coming to me. So
yeah.
I just knew what it was, and I didn't have a ball thrown on me, really. I was a little mad about that, but it is what it is.
You could have picked that hitch off. You really could have. You really could have. But he had you bound. He had you press bail.
Yeah,
and
I should have just sticked him. But
yeah, he should have. But you learn. So after all that game, what happened after that? What was the whole? This is what we're gonna do. We don't know. Then next thing you know, the head coach is running from his life. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm sitting here laughing. I'm laughing
too because I see it firsthand. Like, I never see somebody be on a run like that. Like, he's literally on the run. I'm like, dang.
Well, your pass is always going to catch up to you.
Yeah.
You can't hide nothing in the dark because it's going to always be, come to light. So what happened after that? Once you knew he was on the run?
I'm with him. He on the phone. I'm just looking at him. He's just like, he's anticipating his movements, like, everything. Like, he not answering his phone. He not answering nothing. Like, he not talking to nobody. He on the phone with probably like 2 people walking up and down the street. Like, he not outside in the daytime. Like, he just like trying to make sure he's straight for himself. And he's funny. Like, he's a good person. Like, help people out. But it's just like, I didn't know all the other stuff behind him.
Some of the ways and some of the decisions. Because he wasn't a bad person when I talked to him. I mean, I felt his heart and his drive to do something. But there's always that, I got to do this. Let me rob Peter and rob Peter again and try to pay Paul over here. And I mean, they had good intentions, but it just
didn't fall well.
It didn't fall well. So after all that, you decided to stay out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you had a couple of schools interested that they were telling you. And then you stayed out there with CJ Stroud for a while.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
That experience was, I wouldn't say it was crazy, but it's just life. Staying out there with CJ, seeing how Ohio State works, seeing how college works on a day-to-day basis, really showed me that, like, if this is what you want to do, like, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
And it just put me in a mind state, like, dang, like, I can see myself doing this. Like, God, what are you showing me? Like, is this what I'm about to be going through in a couple more years? Like, are you like I'm out here with CJ? Like, I'm here to get closer, like with you and him. So I just thank CJ for like kind of like picking me off the curb, so to speak. Cause
He picked him off the curb, literally. I mean, he was your
we
quarterback in high school.
Yeah.
You know, he's the one that helped you put you on the map in a lot of areas, and I thanked him, you know, to the bottom of my heart, because you know CJ has that LA blood like I do. You know, he just he has a different grind, different mentality, but he wants to help, and he really picked you off of the curb.
Yeah, literally, you got kicked out because I don't know if I just tell all that, but
Yeah, tell.
well, I mean, I guess it was bounce checks. Bounce checks came back, and
That was bounce checks from.
it was bounce checks from bounce checks to bounce checks. So we just that one came up, and we had to get out of that. I think that day, and everybody else's stuff got bounce checked out. So everybody was throwing the mattresses out. Everybody cleaning everything out. So
CJ just came and swooped you up.
We hit CJ, me and Trill. It was me and Trill. We hit up CJ, and we was like, bro, we need you. Like he was like, don't even mention it. I got you. We was like, hey, because they was gonna put us in. They was gonna have 14 kids in 2 apartments.
Because everybody started leaving after
Everybody
that.
started leaving.
And then you guys still have games that people were calling to play you guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Coach Jackson was saying. He said, we got teams that still want to play us. But all the kids are leaving.
Yeah.
He wished that he could have been there before and try to help out the whole organization. I mean, the whole, whatever you want to call it, prep school, whatever, could run pretty good.
Fluent,
Yeah, so happened at, you know, with CJ, what happened?
CJ, you know, he's a very humble guy. He makes sure he gets everything done for him. Being a quarterback at Ohio State is a big task because everybody depending on the quarterback. Like, they're big school on quarterbacks, so he was always locked in, focused. Like, he was on his phone a lot. I just make sure, like, I just didn't really talk about football to him because he already dealt with a lot of, like, negativity from his own people.
Well, you guys watched film together.
Yeah, we watched film. We watched.
You guys pray together. You guys did, you know, Bible studies. I mean, talk about, you know, the Lord. So go into that. Go into all of that.
Yeah, going to Bible study with CJ, like, we just shared scriptures with each other and just, like, talked about it, like, really, really meant on our paths right now is, like, going through life and seeing the aspect of how everything moves through him, through God. And, you know, CJ, he's big on spirituality and big on just keeping God first and putting all his faith in. Like, it's just straight God with CJ. Like, he just changed so much since he's been out there, and he just realized a lot of things about himself and God and how to move through the world.
To whom much is given,
Yeah.
much is required.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
So just him, just us, like, being up late, probably like 12 at night, talking about God and, like, how our situations just, like panned out and, you know, just putting each other back up on, like, everything happens for a reason, and it's nothing that God's not gonna put you through that He's not gonna get you out of.
Yeah.
And I had to realize that, like, I'm thinking I can't win. Like, I'm going through all this and I can't win. Like, oh, like,
Hey,
what's
you put
stopping
something
me?
on Instagram talking about I feel cursed, but I was like, no, you ain't cursed.
Nah, it felt like that for a
Yeah,
minute.
because it's not going your way.
Yeah, like, it's just,
It's
like, that's what I had to know too.
Yeah.
Like, a scripture came up, Proverbs 3, chapter 5. I'm not sure, but it was like, put your trust in God. No, it was like, I don't know if it was put your trust in God, not in man, but it was something like, yeah, I can't remember.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah, it was coming back to me, but it was like,
I ain't gonna help you out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you figure that out.
It had to do with just, like, don't make decisions off of you, make decisions off of God.
Yeah.
And
And what is purpose for
And
your
what is
life? But it
purpose.
takes time to find out your
Yeah.
purpose. It takes time, you know. But I mean, to me, I think you went through a really great growing process, a growth. Your mom couldn't understand it. No one can understand it. Your sisters couldn't understand it. No one over here can understand it but me and you and I. You know, and oh, go pick up EJ, go get him out the damn, no, fly him back for what? He ain't missing nothing. It's like 2-3 months. He missing one semester. What's he gonna do? And he's still gonna, if he leaves in January, he's still gonna be dealing with these seniors.
Yeah.
All these new seniors coming up. So I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you right there. But at the end of the whole Bishop Sycamore situation, you know, we're about to close it down. After that whole thing happened, what was your mental state like? Were you depressed when you found out that school was closing or whatever, the gathering was closing? You know, what was, how did you pick yourself up from that debacle? I would say debacle.
Yeah, I would say like I was really down, not
speaking?
down bad, but I was just like in the dark space. So I had to really tap in with God, because that's the only person that could really get to me.
Why was you in a dark space?
Cause I was like, everything shut down. We was thinking like, dang, like we didn't expected everything, all this to happen. Like this is crazy. So, but for me, my mind state, I was already going through something before I even went out there, and I'm thinking like, my mind's gonna be free, just away from everybody, away from, you know, home, just seeing a different lifestyle on another side of the Midwest, and with my mind state, yeah, I was down, like I was sad, like dang, I can't play football because of this and everything going on, but I had to ask God, like, what are you really trying to show me?
There it goes.
What you really trying to show me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to know, like, is it me, God, or what am I doing wrong? Like, I had to pray. I had to pray to him and ask him different things, and really, he's just trying to show me something I couldn't see, being blinded.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
when he showed me, that just gave me peace in my heart that God is really, you know, God.
There you go.
So I can't thank God no more.
Thank you for being here. I mean, shoot, you just came from downstairs again. But that was enlightening to help someone else. And that's what we have to do daily, is live our life to help others. That shows the heart of God. That shows the heart of his purpose for your life, and, you know, what your gifts are all about. Use those gifts. It make room for your success, but you want success by helping people, you know, and leaving a certain legacy to give God the praise and to show the reverence of what he's done for you. And appreciate you being here. EJ Wash, look him up on IG, Twitter, all of that social media stuff. You on TikTok too, ain't you?
I got a little TikTok.
Ah, that's funny. But yeah, he gave you a little such situation about, you know, the Bishop Sycamore situation, which wasn't all bad. It's just, it happened, but it happened for a reason. And I thank you for your process. I thank you for your growth. But I thank you for, you know, being here to share your story, because everybody's journey is different. EJ Wash, we out.
Yes, sir.